Hi, thank you for joining us today. I'm Cheryl and this is Chef Keone. And Keone, can you teach me how to make a simple, delicious dish that will impress my family and friends?
I think we can. What I'm going to show you how to do today, Cheryl, is we're going to make seared beef medallions with the green peppercorn sauce. The thing that's important about sauteing is you want to use thin cuts of very tender meats, and you want to do it quickly, and we're going to make the sauce in the pan. So, Cheryl, you ready?
Let's get started. And I'm assuming this is our premium choice certified Angus beef, right, Keone?
You're absolutely right. That is. These are fillets, so the filet mignon we're going to be using, and they're also known as beef medallions. To get started, I need you to season these things here. Why don't you space them out a little bit?
Okay.
Salt and pepper. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Turn it over. Same thing, salt and pepper. Okay. There. That's great. You want to see that nice even dusting? Okay. Turn it over and do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Nice seasoning. Awesome. Now, I have a saute pan here that I've been heating up, and we want to get it really, really hot. Now, the fat we're going to saute with is they're going to use vegetable oil here. In restaurants, we like to use clarified butter, but sometimes it's hard to make, and you have to have it all prepared. So, vegetable oil will work here. It's a neutral flavored oil, as opposed to using extra virgin olive oil, and we don't want that olive flavor in the dish.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is a good item. It's a high smoke point. I need you to pour just enough in here to glaze the bottom of the pan. And stop. That's perfect. Now, you can tell this is ready when it starts to ripple. You see that it's kind of rippling in there now?
Yes.
And it'll almost start to smoke. Now, when you put the meat in the pan, you need to put it in away from yourself so that it doesn't burn.
I can hear it sizzling.
Okay, looking good. Okay, great. Now, once it's in the pan, you don't want to play with the meat. You want to let it saute. We're going to let this thing sear here, okay? What I want you to see here is you're starting to see the nice color there, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is actually ready to turn, so I want to turn it. So we're going to drain it, right? Okay.
It smells so good.
So now all this is grease now. We're going to pour that off. Okay, you're good. We're okay.
All right.
So now you see in here, this is all, it's called fond. And this is flavor here. We want to make sure all this flavor does not get lost and it's still part of the dish. Okay. So that's why we make the sauce in the pan. Okay. So now I've turned it down to low.
All right.
And I'm going to add the shallots. You can do the shallots for me.
Okay.
We'll throw those in here. Here. Throw all of it in there. Now the shallots, I don't want to burn the shallots.
Okay.
All I want to do is get that flavor out. Get that flavor out. Can you smell that now?
It smells so good.
Okay. We are now going to deglaze.
Okay.
And the deglazing is going to be in an effort to get the fond to release from the pan and become part of our sauce.
Okay.
Now we're going to do that with brandy here. I have the brandy. I have about 2 ounces. I'm going to pour it in the pan, and you are going to flame it. I will pour. Do not, give me that.
Now, what if I don't have brandy at home? What if I have cognac?
Cognac will work great. Okay,
tequila?
That's actually, no.
Okay.
Tequila will give you tequila flavor. I want the brandy or cognac flavor in this. Okay.
All
so
right.
You're ready? Pour it in.
Ready?
You are going to flame it. You're going to flame it. Okay, so now we've got a nice flame. Yeah, right.
My eyelashes got curly.
The reason we're doing this is because I'm trying to cook off the alcohol.
Okay.
I don't want the alcohol in the dish. Now
wow.
it's gone.
The smoke alarm went off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pour in about what I feel like is a 1/4 cup of stock into the pan there.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna let it come up to simmer.
Now I would probably measure, but you're good at eyeballing.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring this back up to a boil, and then we're going to let it reduce by half.
Okay.
Now the reason why that I want to do this is because I want to increase the concentration of flavor in the pan, and I want to get that liquid out. So now you can see it's come back to a nice full boil, right? And we're gonna let that thing reduce down. How does it smell?
It smells great.
Okay. The next thing we're gonna do, since we're at half, is we're gonna add heavy cream, and we're gonna add Dijon mustard.
Okay, heavy cream.
So we got heavy cream here. One of the questions I get asked is, can I use milk? Can I use half and half? And
that's a good
the answer
question.
is no. And the reason why is because when you're doing this, if you're using milk, it has a lower fat content. Half and half is half milk, half cream, and again, it's a lower fat content. This is 36% fat, okay? And what's important is you need the fat in here so that it can reduce and give you that luxurious, smooth, you know,
dump
opulent sauce. So we're gonna add, I don't know, 2 ounces, okay? 2 ounces is a quarter cup, by the way.
Quarter cup?
Yeah. And we should have a nice, rich brown amber color, which is there. And again, now we have to bring it back up to a boil.
Okay.
And we're gonna let it reduce.
Okay.
I am gonna add some mustard.
Here's your spoon.
Thank you. I'm gonna just loosen it up a little bit so that it dissipates easily.
It's about 1 teaspoon.
Exactly. Put that in there. I'm gonna try to break it up just a little bit in the sauce here. Now the thing about cream is when it starts to boil, it can come out really quickly. So you want to keep it on. You see how fast it's going to come, but you don't want it to boil over. It could do that. So I'm going to keep my hand on the pan here just to make sure that it doesn't boil over. Okay.
Okay. Because if it starts to boil over, you take it off the fire.
I'll just lift it off like that.
Okay.
But you see how it's reducing now? Big bubbles. It's starting to really come down. See, look how it looks like it almost wants to boil over, right?
Yes.
But it's not. Now at this point here, I'm going to add my peppercorns. I got 2 tablespoons. You can go ahead and just throw them in there. And I put it in toward the end because if I put it in too soon, you might get too much peppercorn flavor. I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to take a look at the sauce. It still looks a little thin, so I'm going to put it back on to reduce a little bit more. I'm looking for a really nice consistency.
Smells really good.
That's going to glaze nicely.
Okay.
So we're going to keep letting that go here. We're really close here. What's going to happen now is when the sauce is done, we're going to plate it, we're going to sauce it, and then we're going to do the best part.
Eat it.
Exactly. Okay. Go ahead and put the 2 pieces on here. The nice thing is while we've been doing this, the meat has been resting, so all the flavor, all of the juices have been redistributed back into the meat. Why don't you go and shingle them? Shingle them so that, shingle them like a
What is shingle?
like properly shingled.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There you go.
Okay, shingle.
Okay, so
Shingle.
whoa.
Oh, Keone.
Sorry.
Keone spilled.
Okay, so now we're ready. The sauce I actually reduced a little bit too much, and it's good that I can show you what you can do. If it goes a little bit too thick,
It smells so good.
you can adjust the seasoning. You can put a little, or the thickness by a little bit more stock. You want to put some stock in here, please? Just a splash.
It looks really thick.
Yeah, it's too thick. So
Too
just a
thick.
splash.
Just kind of adjust.
Little,
Ooh.
a little. Stop.
Okay.
See, now I got the
That's a better
consistency back, right?
consistency. Okay.
Okay, now we're just going to sauce it here. We're going to put a little bit on here, a little bit there.
See, I like it that it shows the peppercorns. If you strain it, all the peppercorns won't be
Well,
on
the thing that
dish.
can be a problem is if you have too many peppercorns, then it becomes overpowering.
Oh, I see.
So that's the only downside.
That's beautiful.
But that's the dish here. Now, the cool thing or the fun thing about a dish like this is the main item. Some of the things that would be fun to serve this thing with would be asparagus or sauteed spinach, baked potato if you want to go simple, or you could do like a gratinated potato. So there's a lot of options that you can do with this dish. I mean, if you want, you can have rice too. Rice. You want to try?
Sure.
I'll let you grab a fork. Here we go.
Oh, perfect.
You like that? Is that a nice medium for you?
That's perfect for me.
I'll have a small piece.
I have a big piece. Mmm.
Good? Simple? Easy?
And
Use it at home?
delicious.
And that's it.
It's so good. A little bit crunchy. Mmm. Peppercorn. Perfect.
So there you have it. Sauteed beef medallions with green peppercorn sauce. That's how you saute. All sauteed dishes follow the same procedure. And you know, it's fun.
Cut me
easy
another
dish.
piece.
Okay, sorry. 'Cause I bit this piece. Give me your fork.
Thank you for joining us. Until next time, bon appetit.
For this recipe and others, visit us at foodland.com. We'll see you next time.